For my birthday this year, I actually bought myself a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. And I've decided that the steps that are on it, the Mopar side steps, they don't really work for me. My wife can use them, but they just don't work for me. They're more in the way than anything else. So I have ordered a set of N-FAB drop-down side steps. And these look like they'll be a lot more functional for me. I'm getting ready to install them and show you how. And we'll take a look at the Gladiator here. It's very dirty. I need to wash it. Can't run it through the automatic car wash because apparently the tires sticking out can damage the brushes. They can catch on the tires. But I'll have to find a brushless car wash or just spray everything off by hand with a power washer. But I'll show you the side steps that are on it in just a second and what I'm going to, and we'll go through the install. Everything that you need. It's supposed to be super simple. I think that it will be. Man, my beard looks super gray out here right now. All right, guys, here we go. Here we have the 2020 Jeep Gladiator. There were some things done to it when I purchased it. I purchased it used, but here are the Mopar steps, and you can see how they're basically up even with the rockers. And it just... stepping up onto them as tall as I am. If I was about 6 inches shorter, these might be okay, but I'm 6'5", and it just puts me up way too high. If I can get a few inches lower with the new N-FAB steps, that's what we'll go with, and I'll use them. If I can't use them, I'll send them back or I'll sell them. They're brand new, and you can see how they have the drop down. I should be able to get 4 or 5 inches lower with these than what I can with the Mopar steps. And I'll tell you, the videos I've watched of the installs, unpacking these things is taking longer than what it's probably gonna take to install them. For the install, you will need a 10mm socket and a 13mm socket and a ratchet. That's all that we should need for the install. Check out that profile. I like the way the tires are. I'm gonna stick with the 35s, probably gonna re-gear so that I can get some of that optimal operating range back for the engine and transmission while running on the interstate. Yes, we do plan to do some off-roading with this, and we may actually be getting another Jeep as well. The N-FAB steps do come with all new hardware, all new nuts and bolts to install these. Also, I'd like to note that with these, you have 3 mounting points, whereas with the Mopar steps, you have 4 mounting points. My understanding is that these are not all steel, and the N-FAB steps are all steel, so you have a lot more strength, rigidity, and support there. All of the nuts and bolts are out, and the step is ready to come off. I should just be able to pull out away from the vehicle to get these tabs out of the pinch seam. The plastic Mopar step came off without a problem. There was a little bit of interference from the rock lights, but it was easy to get past it. I'll use the N-FAB mounting hardware to put the N-FAB steps back on. Just to show kind of what I've got going on here, I was basically able to support the entire step with one hand, line it up. There's plenty of space here for adjustment, but I started all 3 of the bolts that go into the bottom. Just started them by hand. The steps are now hanging, and I can adjust everything to get the other bolts in. So I definitely like the look of the N-FAB steps a lot better. I like the way they kind of wrap into the wheel well here in front of it. But let's check the difference on the step height between the N-FAB and the Mopar. So right here we have about 19 inches. It's about 19 inches high for the N-FAB. We'll go to the other side and check the height of the Mopar. There might not be much of a difference here. Now, there's quite a bit. These are 23. So we went down to 19 inches from 23 inches. I haven't tried to step up onto it yet, but I'll check that out here shortly. I'm not going to film putting the other one on. I don't see any purpose in it, but The N-FAB steps are installed, look good, they function. I just tested it out, and glad to have the new upgrade on the Jeep. So just to kind of close up here, the install of the N-FAB steps on the 2020 Jeep Gladiator was pretty easy. I wish that N-FAB, instead of including two different bolt and nut head sizes, they would have just kept everything the same. It would have been great to have all 12 millimeter or all 10 or all 13. So all in all, for the install, we used a 10 millimeter socket, a 12 millimeter socket, a 13 millimeter socket, and a 13 millimeter wrench. So it took a little bit more than just the 1 to 2 tools that I thought, or that it was supposed to take. But all in all, it was still an easy install, and they went right on. They're sturdy, they're solid. We do have 3 mounting points, whereas the plastic Mopar set had 4 mounting points. I was under the impression these had 2. That's what I had seen in other videos, was that they only had 2 mounting points. They do have 3. And I wish that they were maybe 2 inches lower, the step loops. 2 inches lower would be almost perfect for me. They don't really hang down too far to be in the way of anything. I don't think they're going to cause a problem going off-road or on a trail or anything like that. I will be filming some videos when we do that. My wife and I will be taking this on some Jeep rides, and we will film that. And hopefully I can get more used to these steps, because right now I'm just not using them. The truck has a 2-inch lift and 35-inch tires. If you all are interested in seeing more videos on the Jeep Gladiator, I will make more videos, especially for items that I install, different accessories. I have some rain gutters that I'm going to put on, and a few other things here and there. Don't really have an interest in doing a lot of accessorizing with this truck. There's just not a whole lot more that I need or want with it. And yeah, I know I sound terrible. I still sound bad a month after testing positive for flu. It's just something that happens. My voice just seems to go, and especially if it's cold or if I'm talking very much, I just I sound horrible. And it's it's pretty annoying, actually. So anyway, check out the description for links to some Facebook groups. Also, I will link the Amazon link where I bought the N-FAB steps. I actually bought those on Amazon. I had some points and a couple of gift cards that I put toward them. I think they were just over $400 for the set shipped, and they were brought right to my door. And I didn't have to worry about, buying from a different website than what I already use. It was all right there. And the gift cards and points helped out a lot. And anyway, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys.